The Holy Spirit is the image of Jesus living in you. I'm not sure how you're taking that, but I know what it means to me. And I'll explain something. Because I've seen a lot in the church world, a lot. I don't always speak so quick. Sometimes people think everything's moving in that nugget here. But let me just share something that the Lord shared to me before, because Jesus talks about being a servant, and he talks about we are not to lord it over his people, as the Gentiles do. And I've seen a lot of lording in the church world. Don't let anyone lord it over you. I don't care who it is. Don't be deceived. There was a time I was at an outreach church in the States, and that particular pastor seemed like if you're willing to do the work, he just dump more on you. But there's a whole church body, but the people who are willing to work, he just dumps more on them, but then the other people aren't really. And I remember I was so burnt out, but I was like, I'm doing it for God. I'm trying to fool myself. I have no joy, no peace. You know why? When the peace starts to go, a lot of times we're not in God's will. Because when we have God's peace, sometimes peace is not that we have to be happy, but somehow in the center of the sadness, somehow in all the pressures, we have a joy, we have a peace. And I was doing these good works. It was, getting, going to different stores, getting groceries for ministry to the homeless, missions to the homeless, and all these other things. Good ministry. But I had other responsibilities too, and I was burnt out. And as I was driving, the Lord said this to me. He usually doesn't speak to me by name, but he did this time. Usually he just talks. He said, Greg, I'm much more concerned about you knowing me than I am anything that you will do for me. He said, I'm doing this for God. God says, don't do it for me, do it with me. Let's do it together. I'll empower you. And if I don't go ahead of you, don't go, because we're supposed to be led by the Holy Spirit. If I'm not leading it, don't do it when it comes to the things of God. But I got to do this, it's good. We need to have a zeal. Go reach the nations, do anything. But follow what God says. And then he gave me a revelation. You know when the Bible says he is King of Kings, Lord of Lords? You know what he's actually saying? I always thought what he was saying is peace. There's, President Duterte, President Trump, Putin, and all these heads of nations, and they're kings and lords, and he's king and lord over them. That's not what he's saying at all. It's a given. He's going to conquer all the kingdoms of this world. He doesn't care about those kingdoms. He cares about the people that are lost in those kingdoms. But he told me very clearly, the Bible says we are kings and priests unto God. He said, you, now this is going out to everyone here, you are a king and a priest. You are king and Lord over everything God has given you. And he is king and Lord over you. He showed me something very clear with that. So he has given you, just like he gave Adam in the beginning dominion, he has given you. So now what he was showing, I had to go back to that pastor, and I told him, Pastor, I'm sorry, I cannot fulfill all these commitments that because it's just too much. My relationship with the Lord I'm burning out. And he received it. That was good. He received it. But what the Lord showed me is, since we belong to him, and what he's given us came from him, if you can imagine God here, somewhere up here, and there's an electrical fence between me and God. When anyone interferes with that, when you touch an electrical fence? Big violation, right? That's what happens. God did not give man dominion over man. He gave us dominion over the earth. This has to do with authority. God has set lanes of authority for you. He has put certain things in your care and trusted you with your finances. The two things, real quick, a quick nugget. Then he also told me, he said, these are not the two most important things in life. These are the two most powerful resources God gives everyone. Powerful resources. Your time, these are not even spirits, these are just natural resources. Your time and your money. Now, you know I'm not all about money, but you know what? You know why those two things he said? When you spend them, you can't get them back. If you and I are blessed, God will give us more. That's up to him, not us. Choose wisely how and where and when you spend your time and your money. It's a gift from God. You are Lord over those things. You have anyone trying to dominate your time? It's not of God. You have anyone trying to dictate what you do with your money? With where you go and don't go? Kids, you have to listen to your parents. You have anyone trying to dictate where you go and don't go? I just message you that. It's not of God. If you start to feel restricted and chained up in the lane of what God has given you, of who you are. Now some people feel restrained and chained up because they can't influence someone else. But I'm talking about in your lane, because you're the person looking through your eyes, listening through your ears. Okay? Imitators of God, walk as he did. So Jesus is the image of the Father. The Holy Spirit is the image of Jesus in you. So what we want to do is develop that image. How? The Bible says, be transformed by the renewing of the mind. Don't reject the truth, the knowledge that we're getting here. That's why it's important to write it down. I see a lot of unhappy faces as I'm preaching. I'm preaching very passionately because this is very important. It's very important for your soul salvation. And I'm not talking about just eternal. Soul is your mind to be set free and walk in who God called you to be. Now, as I said last week very briefly, we're going to talk about authority. Authority always has an author. Well, what do we know what the police are able to do if they need to go arrest someone? What are they authorized to do and not to do? They have authority, but do they just have authority? No, it came from somewhere. They were authorized. Someone was the author. The authority of the believer comes from one source. The one who authorizes you. His name is Jesus Christ. Let me just quote a couple of things that the author says. I give you, the author says, I give you the power to tread upon serpents and scorpions. Those are representative of demonic spirits. To tread upon serpents and scorpions and all the power of the enemy. And nothing shall by any means harm you. The author says,